Every generation of rock stars has its wild cards, but Led Zeppelin set the bar for everyone. Even by 1970 standards, they often took things way too far. Many of the most talked about rock cliches can be traced back to Led Zeppelin, like trashing hotel rooms. According to Bo Phillips' book, I Killed Pink Floyd's Pig, Inside Stories of Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, the band once threw 5 televisions from the window of Seattle's Edgewater Hotel into the waters of Puget Sound below. It seems that Zeppelin's tour manager at the time, Richard Cole, was used to such behavior, like the time drummer John Bonham drove his motorcycle through the halls of the Los Angeles Hyatt. Funnily enough, the band was also rumored to have destroyed some TVs at that hotel too.
You just have to keep an eye on everything to make sure it runs smoothly from city to city.
Cole reportedly covered the cost of the destruction without a second thought. Legend has it he even tipped a young Edgewater employee an additional $500 to cover the damages if he wanted to throw a TV himself.
Was this TVs out the window and into the pool, that kind of thing?
No, that was Rod Stewart.
Led Zeppelin broke out with a pair of self-titled albums in 1969, and that era also saw one of their most infamous escapades from the road. In fact, it even happened while they were staying at the Edgewater. It's honestly a miracle that hotel is still standing. Back in the 1960s, the hotel was famous for encouraging its residents to fish from their room windows, a pastime the Beatles had enjoyed wholesomely in 1964. Zeppelin, however, was a different beast. And according to rock and roll legend, the group decided to catch a mud shark in Puget Sound and, we'll say, bring it into bed with a female fan.
A Girl and Fish, a very famous story. Is there any way to tell that on television?
Not really.
In his book, Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin Uncensored, Richard Cole said the incident happened with her consent, despite rumors suggesting otherwise. The exact details of the incident have been debated for half a century. Some sources claim the young woman was hit with the shark rather than penetrated with it. Others believe that the band weren't involved at all and that it was a tour manager or roadies who were responsible. Whatever the case, the story formed the basis of the song The Mud Shark, released on Frank Zappa's live album Fillmore East in 1971. Led Zeppelin were infamous for their sexual liaisons with adoring fans, and while the greatest share of attention likely went to vocalist Robert Plant, guitarist Jimmy Page wasn't exactly sitting out on the debauchery. According to one rumor, Page once surprised a hotel room full of women by being wheeled in on a room service trolley, naked and covered in whipped cream. That's already pretty bad. But one other alleged story about Page's so-called love life isn't just bad, it's categorically criminal. The story involves Page's infatuation with a fan named Lori Maddox. According to the Rough Guide to Led Zeppelin, Cole met Maddox at a bar and invited her to the band's LA hotel. Shockingly, just 14 years old at the time, the team began a relationship with Page that would last for around 18 months. And while Zeppelin may have set the standard for rock and roll debauchery in many ways, even back then, there's evidence that those in the band's circle knew this relationship was wrong. Reportedly, the band's management frequently kept Maddox locked away and protected by security to prevent the public finding out about her liaisons with Page. And according to reporting by Rolling Stone, Page himself was well aware that what he was doing was illegal.